Disclaimer: this is my own opinion. I am not trying to tell anybody that they are right or wrong. This opinion of mine has led me to an idea for an AU, and I am merely trying to advertise that AU. If anything comes across as rude, I swear it is just meant to be a joke and meant to make people laugh.
What a performance! Why, I haven't been that entertained since the stock market crash of 1929! So many orphans.
Whoa! The stock market crash? So this show has, like, history elements too? That's awesome. I wonder what the show is like nowadays. I mean, I assume it would be just as good as it was before, right?
So much.
Just because you see a smile, don't think you know what's going on underneath.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Let the slaughter begin. 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 First man, next to die. Fuck.
Hi. So, as you can see, I'm not the biggest fan of how certain things turned out in the final show. That's not to say that I'm not a fan of the show. I love the show. I've watched both of the new seasons, and I think the show came along very well. I guess what I mean to say with this is that the pilot had a certain aesthetic that I think the final version of the show lost out on a little bit. The aesthetic in the pilot was just something else, and with this AU that I'm working on, I am trying to recapture that old aesthetic the pilot had. Because let's be honest, the pilot of Hazbin Hotel focused on history. All the characters were from different points in time and different decades, and it focused a little more on that. You could tell these are people from completely different time periods all interacting with each other, and you would hear bits of info from their lives and what events in history they lived through, and it made the characters very interesting. And I think the final show doesn't emphasize the aesthetic of history enough as the pilot did. That is where my AU comes in. Jack Hayden's Tales from the Past Hazbin Hotel AU is an AU meant to better hold the aesthetic of pilot-era Hazbin Hotel. It will focus on two things to be able to do that. First thing, history. As I said earlier, the Hazbin Hotel pilot focused on the characters' lives in the real world by giving us bits of info for what historical events they lived through. We are going to be cranking that to 100 by making every character, yes, you heard that correctly, every character connected to a major historical event. Doesn't matter how obscure, but every character will have a connection to at least one historical event. Second thing, the art. Now this is where you, amazing talented artists, come in. The original pilot had a difficult aesthetic to capture because it was the product of many different artists working together. This is what we're going to replicate. Every 15 to 20 seconds in an episode, the artist will change, and in doing so, so will the art style. We want a different feel for every scene, so artists looking to join, you do not need to change your style or replicate somebody else's. All you need to do is make an animatic in your style of the scene we give you, and it only has to be 15 to 20 seconds long. If you're interested in joining the art team, you can contact me using any of the links I have in the description. So, to give some info on the show itself. It starts out as a prequel to the Hazbin Hotel pilot made in 2019. It follows Jack Hayden. Jack Hayden is a self-insert OC that I've been using for years before this project, but the only thing you need to know about him for this is he's obsessed with fame and was sent back in time as a punishment. Jack's time in the past has him witnessing the creations of many of our beloved Hazbin Hotel characters, all of them having their death/backstory connected to an important historical event. Examples: Alistair dying in World War I, Vox dying after the New York City blackout of 1977, and Valentino dying during the height of the AIDS disease in America. So the main gimmick to my AU is every character's backstory / and or death is connected to a major event in history. Of course, I have to make other slight changes to characters so that it can make sense that they had a connection to an event. Another major gimmick is it's meant to better communicate the original version of the show and be more true to the pilot. One of the more major things I had to change for the history theme to work was Alistair and Vox. I don't want to give too much away, but for my Alistair and Vox to have backstories that connect to a major part of history and still make sense for the characters, I had to make them father and son. Alistair being Vox's father, but that is really the only major change I made for this historical event theme to work. And just to specify, no, Vox is not attracted to Alistair in this AU. That should be abundantly clear already, just given the fact that I said that Alistair is his father in this AU, but I have a strange feeling for some people I still may have to clarify this. So yes, there is nothing going between the two of them in this AU. Vox is more obsessed with Alistair because he wants recognition from his father in this AU. What makes my AU different from the normal Hazbin Hotel universe? Number 1, the inclusion of Jack Hayden. Number 2, every character needing a backstory/death connected to a major historical event. Number 3, Alistair being Vox's father. Number 4, it taking place in the pilot version of the show. So, that about sums up everything. We have a full cast so far, but we will have new characters coming up soon, and when those new characters come up, we will need new voice actors, and we need artists. That is the main focus of this video. If you are an artist and you are looking for a project, here we are. If you are interested, like I said in the description, there are links for you to contact me through any of those links. So please feel free to. It's really fun. It's easy work. It's not complicated. Like I said, just 15 to 20 seconds worth. Yeah, thank you for watching the video this long. I really appreciate it. Just a film student trying to make their dream version of Hazbin Hotel come true. So, thank you.
You thought it would be some kind of big fucking riot just to pull me out of nowhere? You think I'm some kind of fucking clown?
Maybe.
I ain't doing no fucking charity job.
Well, I figured you would be the perfect face to man the front desk of this fine establishment. With your charming smile and welcoming energy, this job was made for you. Don't worry, my friend. I can make this more welcoming, if you wish.
What, you think you can buy me with a wink and some cheap booze? Well, you can.
Hey, no bar, no alcohol. This is supposed to be a place that discourages sin. Not some kind of brothel man-ting.
Shut up!